How's it going? Babyface OG here. So the question is, where do Amish get money when they are too old to work? Does the church take care of the elders? So in most cases, an Amish person, by the time they're elderly, they will own their own property, own farm, be what it may, and they will have very little bills at that point except property taxes. And then what they usually do is they end up selling the farm to one of their kids. And normally it's one of the younger kids, the last ones to get married, usually, in a lot of cases, buys the farm. And they will build a little house on the property for the grandparents. They call it the Dawdy house. Dawdy is our word for grandpa and also for an elderly man. So they live in the Dawdy house right beside, and this is what happened with my grandma and my grandma and grandpa on my dad's side. So they will live there on the property with one of the aunts or uncles. And once a year we had a wood cutting where all the cousins would get together, and on both sides of the family, so I had to do it twice every fall. And we would get together and we would fill their wood shed completely full of wood for the winter. And we'd have several trees, and we'd be hauling wood, cutting wood, splitting wood all day long. And we'd have that sucker full. That way, throughout the winter, whoever was living there on the property with them did not have to go out and cut their wood, etc. But the sale of the farm usually is enough for them to retire on, being that they are basically living there rent-free, and they take the sale of the farm and they put it into that house. And then what happens after they pass on, that little house will be rented out to somebody who's a newlywed or something like that, who's starting to get up on their feet, and so they newlyweds might live in there for 6 months to a year until they find a place in the community to buy. So yes, the Amish, usually it's the children taking care of the elderly. But in the cases where they don't have any kids or anything like that, yes, the community will step in and help if necessary. Thank you. Hopefully that answers your question.